Hey guys, AllFather07 here. Welcome back to the channel. I would like to thank you all guys for the tremendous support that you have shown till now to the FIFA 20 career mode series that I am doing with Fulham FC. If you haven't checked it out, I have pasted the link down below in the description. Please check it out and help your man out by liking and sharing among your friends. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe because I will be doing that series and I will be sharing the videos later on in the week. Moving forward, today we will be discussing totally something new. Last week EA released this trailer for FIFA 21 showcasing a lot about Volta, Ultimate Team, career mode and gameplay. So they showcased a lot of more new features that they have introduced and we will be looking them today. So if you have seen the trailer, you must be knowing that Kylian Mbappe, the French superstar who is currently playing for PSG, is the global cover star for FIFA 21. So let's see what the FIFA 21 news that they have shared from their official website and get into it. Okay, so let's get into the details. First up is gameplay, where they added this new feature called Agile Dribbling System, which is basically fast footwork, gives you more control and responsiveness in one-on-one situations, and new skill moves like bridge, dribble and ball roll fake provides you the means to exploit past defenders, which is basically better dribblers will have better chance at getting past defenders and then boom, you have the goal. So next up is new positioning personality. I don't know because every time they give this information about positioning and every time I'm disappointed. Frankly speaking, for the last 3 years they are telling the same thing, like the players will have better positioning awareness, the strikers will time their run properly, defenders will be at the right place marking all the runs that are there, and then attackers and midfielders will be at the right position creating good gameplay. But I haven't seen that much. Let's hope we get it this time. Then there is this creative runs which gives you better movement all over the pitch and attacking build-up will be more smooth. It was smooth, I would say, in this year, but I hope that if it gets better next year, it would be great. But the most important thing that I want this year to be added was a better way of defending, because last year it was crap, literally crap. In short, what they are trying to say is overall the whole gameplay would feel more natural this time. So moving ahead, next up is career mode. So this is the mode that I'm more focused about, because this is the big thing that I'm thinking that this FIFA is going to be about. Like there is everything that is there is a lot of things that are new basically in this part. So if you see the most important thing in this image, if you can see, there is this pause, then resume, jump in, team management, quick sim, and then there is different tabs about a stamina, rating, stats, game plan. So it is just a simulation of what it is showing is. This is the new feature that they have added, that is interactive match sim. That is a very good part that they have added, and I would like to just give you an example of how it is important. Like in the last video that I uploaded, in which I simulated a match and there was a red card for the opposition team. I think it was Blackburn Rovers, and they got a red card in 70th minute and the match was at 1-1. And if this feature would have been there, I could have gone in and played for the last 10-20 minutes and made sure that we get a goal, because getting a goal against a 10-man team is much more easier than getting a goal against 11 men. So that is what I'm trying to say, that there are the key moments inside the match, like getting a penalty, getting a free kick in the advanced position, those kinds of situations that are there inside the match. And if there are these features like interactive match sim, where basically if you see there is this part like jump in, then you can jump inside the match, and the position that you are seeing every player that is there on the pitch in the simulation, everyone will be there exactly same position, and that is the beauty of it. Every player will be at the same position as it is shown on the simulation screen, and then you can jump in and take control of the player and then start the game from there itself. So that is a very good feature, I would say, and that is what we needed, because I have seen a lot of match in simulation. Like I was expecting them to win like 3-0, and let's say Liverpool is playing Bournemouth, who are currently now today, as the time of recording, they are relegated basically. So it doesn't make sense if you are simulating a match from playing Liverpool and then you are playing against Bournemouth and you just draw. Like the team who is winning the league, and if you are simulating the match with them and then you're getting a draw, it is unjust basically, it is not right. So just to fix that kind of issue and taking control of situations, I have seen a lot of penalty being missed in simulation. So if you go inside the match and take control of those moments, then you can basically win the match quite easily, and these kinds of moments are basically what defines the match. So moving ahead, in this part I would like to just show you one more thing. Like there is this bar about stamina and stats. So let's say there is a player that is getting exhausted over the match, and generally if you remember, so if you know that there are some players who get exhausted quite early, like at 60th minute you have to replace them. So those kinds of players are there inside your team and you know that they need to be replaced, and still in simulation currently there is no option of that. So if there is this option, you can take a look at the stamina as it is shown here. Like this is green, this is blah, this is blue, blah. So this is showing like the stamina that are there for each of the players, and then you can, based on the stamina, you can generally change the player. If there is a player with a very low stamina, let's say Salah, like here, like if you see Firmino is having very low stamina, then you can just replace him with Origi. You can bring on Origi and then you can play on the match from there. At least he will be more sharper than Firmino with that much stamina. So that are the kinds of things that basically we will need, and we needed, and actually with this kind of update we have this kind of control, and it is a good thing, and we were crying out for something like that for years basically. And then there is the next thing that I would like to share is match sharpness. So we generally see, even if you are playing the game, like there are some players who like don't turn up for the match, like they are not even ready. Like why are they are inside on the pitch, what are they doing, I don't know. Just because they are highly rated, we expect them to perform, but they didn't perform for that match. We have this control and we can remove them, and understanding them, like they will not be like that sharp, so we will not be playing that, and we will not be playing them and then putting on a new player who could perform much more better, who is more sharper for that current match. So these kinds of things are there. Then there is a revamped growth system, that is a very important thing. If you read here, so it says like turn right backs into right wingers, defensive midfielders into center backs, to fill gaps inside the team. If you remember, currently for Man City, Laporte got injured, so there is this option like for Guardiola picked, like he played Fernandinho from CDM at center back. So this is the kind of option that we need. If there is some, so generally you can play, but they don't perform at that level. And let's say there is you have this youth player that is coming through in your squad, and generally if you remember, Joe Gomez was previously a right back on FIFA, and then he started playing center back. And these kinds of things, like these are the small details and things that you need, because if you are doing this career mode for years and years, I mean to say, like inside the game for years and years, then it is like it gets dull, I would say. Having these kinds of things, seeing these many features will help us get engaged inside the game. So then there is this active training system. What it tells is like now we can have this group training sessions and everything, and which will be good basically, and we can decide on which date which player needs to be trained. And if let's say there is a big match coming up and you have trained just a day before, you will not be that match sharp, so having that a couple of days before will be a good thing. Like currently there is this Saturday, if I remember correctly, it is Saturday, like on Saturday you get to train every player. So it is not right. If there is a match on Sunday, you will not be able to train properly, and you will not be match ready, I would say. So these kinds of things needed to be integrated, and now they are integrated to a good thing. So then there is this new ways to sign players, and if you remember in FIFA 14 we had this feature like we loan some player from, let's say I am a small club like Aston Villa who have just avoided the relegation, and they can't sign big players like who could be a game changer for them. But they can loan some players, and let's say they decided to loan let's say Kubo from Real Madrid, who is a youth player and who is good, quite good, I would say. And he is deemed to be, it was previously he was at Barcelona and was deemed to be the future Messi, Japanese Messi, but he changed the club and basically he went to Real Madrid. So those kinds of things. So I'm playing with Aston Villa and I can't sign a great winger. I want who could be a youthful winger and who could play for many years to come. I just sign Kubo for, let's say, on a loan, because I don't have that much fund. But I can say, like, I am taking him for loan for 2 years, then I will pay like 20 million or 40 million or 100 million, something like that, because in that time I would try to accumulate the funds, and if I have those funds after 2 years of loan, I will pay it and keep him for the whole time. So that kind of thing can be achieved, and those kinds of things that needs to be integrated inside the game. So the next feature that they have added is like previously there were no offers coming from clubs like for player swaps. Like, let's say I want to buy this player, you can have this one. Like, let's say I just gave example of Aston Villa. So some club, like currently if I remember correctly, so Tottenham is interested in signing Jack Grealish. So if let's say Tottenham comes in, like, give us Jack Grealish and take let's say Bergwijn, I would happily take it. Like, okay, Grealish, you take it. Obviously, he is the club captain, but still, Bergwijn, since there is little depth on the wings, and he would be a great upgrade, at least since Grealish is playing not at the cam level generally, he's playing at the left mid. It would be better if I get Bergwijn, and he would be a better winger compared to Grealish, but not a better player, I would say. So, in all, just to give you an example, that was an example. So moving ahead, let's get to the next section, that is basically the FIFA 21 Ultimate Team, and which is the biggest game mode of FIFA, I would say. And as you can see in the image, and I will be showing a clip, just a minute. Okay, so as you can see, there is this message that is João Felix and sending to someone for a co-op play, and then there is this king replying, and basically it is Eric Cantona who is replying. So and he is saying, if I get the king. So these kinds of things, like co-op play was never possible. Co-op play was possible for two players, like 2 or 3 players, if you are sitting on a couch and then you are playing together on Ultimate Team, like you can play division rivals and squad battles if you are sitting on the couch. But let's say I am here sitting in XYZ place, and then there is my other friend who is sitting at other house nearby, but he can't come here, like currently due to COVID situations and all. It is not possible for anyone to move from here to the other there. So those kinds of situation, we wanted something like this, like we can play in a single team and then we can play together. So this is like a good thing, and this is what we needed. Like, generally people don't come over so frequently to our places and then play together. It is much more easier, like if someone is sitting at their home and I'm sitting at my home, and we can play together through a single team. So these kinds of things that are getting integrated in this year's game, and this is why I'm having this hype for this game. I was not frankly speaking, I was if I tell you from my heart, because I was not planning to buy so early this game, but these kinds of features that I have added, I am tempted to buy this game so early. So let's see. There will be future information more, as you can see. Like they will be giving us full reveal in August. So I'm hoping like we will get these information in some time, in a few couple of weeks, and then we will decide. And let's continue our discussion. So I just gone through some articles and got to know, like if I remember right, so there will be around 11 more new icons that will be added, including Eric Cantona, and they haven't revealed all of them who will be added, but I will be sharing video as soon as I get those information. And then the big thing, so generally there is no like transition from consoles to consoles, but this year due to the release of PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, there will be this change. And generally if you change the console from one previously I used to play FIFA on PC and then I moved to PS4, so those kinds of transition when you do, you can't transfer your foot club's data from one club to other. So from one console to other. So that kind of things were not there previously, but this time, just for this time I think, but I don't know, like if you are having PS4 currently, because obviously because PS5 hasn't launched yet, but let's say in some time PS5 will be launched, I guess in something around October, November. So if when it is launched, it will be like you can export your data from PS4 to PS5, or from Xbox One to Xbox Series X. But that is, if I understand correctly, it will be only for this FIFA. There is no mention like it will be there for the next year or so, because I'm also a bit skeptical about it. I'm not sure about it, to be frank. And then this is the big thing other than this, like with cross-gen transfer market and leaderboard. So I think from Xbox to Xbox Series X and FIFA, PS4 to PS5, there will be like a single transfer market, like PS4 to PS5 and Xbox One to Xbox Series X. There will be a single transfer market. Okay, and the most important part, if you are planning to like buy PS5, I suggest that if you are currently having PS4, then only do it. Just if you are having consoles, just if you play FIFA, don't go to like from PS4 to Xbox Series X, because it will not be possible. Like if you understand from here, like if you are having PS4 and you buy Xbox Series X, you have to build the whole foot from scratch. Not, you will not be carrying forward like PS4 data to Xbox or Xbox data to PS5. That is not possible at all. Moving ahead, there is also one more point I would like to share, that is clearly written here, like diskless console. If you are going to buy, I would suggest that you get a digital copy instead of a hard copy. Yeah. Let's move to the final section, that is the Volta, and generally what we call street football. So I haven't played much, to be frank, and there are like a few features that they have added now more, like 5v5 online co-op play again. So that is a very good thing. So lastly, they have added this more customizations to your man or woman avatar, or basically male or female avatar that you are having. So then there is this option like recruit big names of football world and beyond to your Volta squad and feature squad battle. So these are the things, small things that they have added for Volta. Generally I'm not that much like interested in playing Volta, because I don't like that mode, because I'm not a skiller. I generally build the game and play general football game. I'm not that much into the skills and all. So if you have seen my gameplay, I'm not that much a skiller. So then they have added few more stadiums. If I remember correctly, there were 10-15 stadiums previously in Volta in FIFA 20, and now they are adding like 5 more stadiums. Yeah, 5 more playgrounds. And then they have mentioned some like Sao Paulo's downtown and Milan's street pitch and Dubai's Geodic Dome. So they have shown here Sao Paulo's downtown, but I'm thinking like the best stadium that will be the Dubai Geodic Dome. That will be great. I just want to see how great it looks. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to share with you guys was the whole licensing thing, like which leagues are licensed for this current gen that is coming up. The whole top 5 leagues of the Europe, including Premier League, La Liga, and Bundesliga, and the League One, Liga. So all these top 5 leagues are having the proper licensing, obviously, and then EFL Championship and CSL, and then this Liga BBVA, basically the Mexican League, Eredivisie, and A League, Australian League, MLS, all are having licensing. There is still some debate about ISL. I don't know whether there is some confirmation, because for last year for FIFA Mobile it was there, but I would like to see whether there is no still confirmation, like whether they will be there in the consoles FIFA this year or not. Because I just read an article where it was said that there is a competition between Finnish League and ISL, Indian Super League. So I'm hoping that we get ISL, so it will be great for me to like create, because I'm an Indian. So getting that starting a player career mode from ISL and then getting into the big time, into some big league, big European leagues, that will be the dream career mode journey that I want to make. So that would be a great thing for us to integrate, and if we get ISL into the game. So I would like to end my video just to give you a conclusion of whole thing. And to conclude, I would say, overall, frankly speaking from my heart, I think if they incorporate everything properly this year, I can't say anything about the gameplay because every time they change, since they have moved from move to this new engine. Uh, Basically, it is not. I haven't liked the game that much because the graphics have improved drastically. I would say, graphics looks stunning, whatever be the case. But this whole gameplay kind of a thing, I'm not big a fan of it because I used to play, like I am playing FIFA from, like, if I remember correctly, FIFA 10 around. So, but I have started generating this content from FIFA 20. But uh, it is hard for me to say, like, whether it is a great thing or not. But excluding gameplay, every feature looks great to me and it is quite appealing. And I am planning to pre-order it. And if you just to give you a glimpse, like. For pre-orders, we have all the consoles available, and there are 3 editions. I hope just I will paste the link and just go through it, whatever the things there are. And then if you are pre-ordering it, and if you want that foot wants to watch card that is there, I would suggest that do pre-order before 14th, or otherwise it will not be worth to get the highest edition, that is the ultimate edition, if I remember correctly. So that's it, guys. Please do let me know what is your plan for FIFA 21. Do you like all the features that they have given? What were your expectations from FIFA 21? And do share this video and like this video if you like the content that I created this time. And do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. And I will be sharing the next video that will be about the FIFA 20 career mode with Fulham. That will be the part 3 of the series, and that will be basically ending the first transfer window of Fulham's career. So stay tuned. I will be sharing this week that video. So subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification icon if you haven't done so. And thanks a lot, guys. Cheers.